Riches don't respond to wishes. They respond to bold, deliberate action. That's the heartbeat of Napoleon Hill's wisdom, and the brutal truth many ignore. Wealth doesn't wait for the perfect time. It rewards those who move, especially when fear screams loudest. Most people know what to do: invest, start that side hustle, take the leap, but they stall, overthink, and stay broke in spirit. I used to envy the rich, thinking they were lucky, but Hill taught me, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve, but belief without action is a fantasy. Execution is what separates the dreamers from the doers. Still waiting for the right moment? You're not being cautious, you're being controlled by fear disguised as logic. The market dips. You hesitate. It rebounds. You regret. Not because you didn't know, but because you didn't decide. Fear of failure. Doubt. Indecision. These are Hill's 6 ghosts robbing you silently, day after day. Meanwhile, the bold take imperfect action and build wealth while others wait. Wealth isn't about luck or timing. It's about choosing now and acting with courage, even when you're uncertain. You won't feel ready. Do it anyway. Because every moment you delay, your future wealth drifts further out of reach. These barriers keep us thinking poor, trapped in a cycle of hesitation. But recognizing them is the first step toward breaking free and embracing the rich mindset Hill championed. Now that we've uncovered these roadblocks, let's flip the script and explore how taking immediate action can transform your thoughts into real wealth. Just as Hill believed ideas must be acted upon, the power of action is undeniable. It's about making small, immediate moves like starting a budget or your first investment, which create momentum and reinforce that rich mindset you've been cultivating. Think of it as a feedback loop. Once you see your bank account grow from that smart first step, it fuels more motivation, turning "I wish I were rich" into "I am building my wealth." Strengthening decisiveness is key, as Hill emphasized with his principle of definite purpose. Make clear financial decisions today, like setting a goal to save a specific amount each month. Here's a simple tip. Decide right now to allocate 10% of your income to investments. Don't wait for the perfect plan. Just commit and watch how it shifts your mindset. Practice taking that first step immediately. Sign up for a free financial course or open a high-yield account today. Because as Hill said, procrastination is the enemy of progress, and wealth waits for no one. Pause this for a moment if you can, and write down one actionable step toward your wealth goals. It's that easy to start bridging the gap between thinking rich and becoming rich. By facing your fears head-on, you'll not only think rich but live it, transforming hesitation into the confidence that drives lasting financial success. Overcoming hesitation and fear is where the real magic happens. In wealth building, immediate action like investing, despite market ups and downs, diminishes those doubts over time. As Hill taught, fear is just a state of mind, and by taking calculated risks, acting rich even when you're not feeling it, you reprogram yourself for abundance and prosperity. Remember, financial setbacks, like a bad investment, aren't failures. They're stepping stones, much like the stories Hill shared of successful people who learned from their losses and persisted. Think of someone who lost money in a startup, but used that experience to refine their strategy and build a fortune. Failure isn't the end. It's a teacher on the path to wealth. With fear conquered and action in motion, the next piece is building self-discipline, the quiet force that turns your rich thoughts into unbreakable habits. Self-discipline is the key to true success in wealth. It's not about fleeting motivation, but consistently saving, networking, or learning, even on the days when it feels tough. Treat your finances like a serious business, not an afterthought. Discipline means showing up for your goals every day, just as Hill advocated through habits and autosuggestion. Start practicing positive habits that support a rich mindset, like daily affirmations such as "I am worthy of wealth," tracking your expenses, or dedicating time to study investments. Make it simple. Wake up early to review your financial goals, or read a chapter of Think and Grow Rich each day. These small disciplines compound into massive wealth over time. Now that you're building this foundation of discipline, let's crystallize your vision and set clear goals to fuel your journey toward financial freedom. Goals are what fuel lasting motivation in wealth building. Create a clear vision of your future, like picturing financial independence, to give direction to your actions. As Hill suggested, write your goals as if they've already happened. I earn $100,000 a year and invest wisely. This technique makes your rich mindset feel real and achievable. Break those goals into practical steps, like crafting a one-year wealth plan with milestones. Pay off debt first, then build an emergency fund, and watch your progress unfold. Start small. Define one goal, such as, in 6 months, I'll have $5,000 in investments, and outline the steps to get there. It's the clarity that turns dreams into reality. To inspire you even more, let's look at a real-life example of someone who mastered this. Think of Warren Buffett, who turned a rich mindset into an empire. Buffett didn't wait for motivation. He started investing small amounts despite early failures, learning from losses and making disciplined decisions that grew his fortune exponentially. His story shows that thinking rich and acting on it works wonders. Failures refined his approach, and persistence led to unimaginable wealth, proving Hill's principles in action. As you can see, this path is proven and powerful. So let's wrap up with the core message that can change your life. To sum it up, the truth about wealth is simple. You must think rich, but more importantly, follow through with action. As Napoleon Hill so wisely advocated, motivation and riches follow your decisions, not the other way around. Don't let another day pass in hesitation. Take one step today, like setting a financial goal and acting on it, because your wealth journey begins with that very next move. Remember, as Hill said, do not wait. The time will never be just right. Start now, embrace the rich mindset, and watch your life transform into one of abundance and success. You've got this. Think rich, act rich, and become rich. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve, as Napoleon Hill wisely stated. And this truth is the cornerstone of building real wealth. Many people find themselves trapped in a cycle of financial procrastination, constantly thinking about getting rich, but never taking the first step toward it. Picture this. You know all the strategies from books and courses, yet you delay investing or starting that side hustle, caught in negative self-talk like, I'll never be rich, or the economy is just too unstable. This hesitation stems from a mindset of scarcity, where envy toward the wealthy and fear of failure keep you stuck in mediocrity. In today's world of economic uncertainty, waiting for the perfect moment is a sure path to stagnation, leaving you in debt while opportunities slip away. But here's the real secret. Wealth isn't about luck or inheritance. It's about transforming your thoughts into decisive action, just as Hill taught. So, if you're ready to break free, let's explore why you might be holding yourself back from the riches you deserve. Often, we wait for motivation to strike before pursuing wealth, like holding off on investments until the market feels right, only to miss out on growth. This myth that you need to feel inspired first is a trap. As Hill explained, motivation follows action, not the other way around. Think about it. You might have a brilliant business idea, but spend months researching without committing, letting fear scatter your energy. Indecision is a thief of riches, costing you potential six-figure opportunities because you're afraid to make a choice. Then there's the fear of losing money, that nagging doubt that keeps your savings in a low-interest account instead of growing through smart investments. Hill identified these as part of the 6 ghosts of fear, particularly the fear of poverty and criticism, which manifest as hesitation in your wealth-building journey. For instance, you might think, what if I invest and the market crashes? A thought that paralyzes you and prevents real progress. Now that we've uncovered these barriers, it's time to flip the script and discover how immediate action can transform your mindset into tangible wealth. The power of action lies in those small, bold steps, like starting a budget today or making your first investment, which create momentum and reinforce a rich mindset. When you act on your thoughts, you enter a feedback loop where success breeds more motivation, turning, I wish I were rich into, I am building wealth. Strengthen your decisiveness By embracing Hill's principle of definite purpose, set a clear financial goal, like allocating 10% of your income to investments right now. Don't wait for perfection. As Hill said, procrastination is the enemy of progress. So commit to that first step immediately. Here's a tip. Pause for a moment and write down one actionable wealth-building step, whether it's signing up for a free financial course or opening a high-yield account. By facing your fears head-on, you'll not only think rich but start living it, reprogramming your mind for abundance through consistent effort. Overcoming hesitation means tackling financial setbacks as learning opportunities, much like Hill's stories of successful people who persisted after failures. For example, imagine investing in a startup that doesn't pan out. View it as a stepping stone that refines your strategy and builds your confidence. With fear conquered, the next key is building self-discipline, the bridge that turns your rich thoughts into lasting financial success. Discipline isn't about fleeting motivation. It's about consistently saving, networking, and treating your finances like a serious business, even on tough days. Start with simple habits, like daily affirmations such as "I am worthy of wealth," or tracking your expenses to gain control over your money. Dedicate time each day to learning, perhaps by reading a chapter of Think and Grow Rich, to reinforce those positive wealth-building habits. Now, with discipline in place, let's crystallize your vision by creating clear, achievable goals that fuel your journey to riches. A clear vision of wealth, like visualizing financial freedom, provides the direction you need and sustains your actions through challenges. Follow Hill's technique. Write your goals as if they've already happened, such as, "I earn $100,000 a year and invest wisely," to make them feel real. Break those goals into practical steps, like creating a one-year plan with milestones. Pay off debt in 3 months. Then build an emergency fund. Start small. Define one goal, like having $5,000 in investments within 6 months, and outline the exact steps to get there. To inspire you even more, let's look at a real-life example of someone who turned a rich mindset into extraordinary wealth. Take Warren Buffett, who, influenced by principles like Hill's, overcame early failures by acting decisively on his investments despite the risks. He didn't wait for motivation. Instead, he started with small investments, learned from losses, and built his fortune through disciplined decisions. Buffett's story shows that thinking rich and taking action can lead to exponential growth, proving that anyone can do it with persistence. As you can see, this approach works in the real world. So now let's wrap up with the core message that will empower your path to wealth. Remember, the truth about wealth is that it's achieved by combining a rich mindset with immediate, consistent action, as Hill advocated. Motivation and riches follow your decisions, not the other way around. So don't let hesitation rob you of your potential. If you've been stuck, today is the day to change that. Take one step right now, like setting a financial goal and acting on it. Envision your future. With each action, you're one step closer to financial freedom, abundance, and the life you've always wanted. Let go of doubts and embrace the power within you, knowing that every successful person started with a single, courageous move. Build your wealth empire by starting small, but thinking big, turning your dreams into reality through unwavering commitment. Surround yourself with positive influences, like mentors or communities, to keep your rich mindset sharp and your actions aligned. Track your progress daily, celebrating wins no matter how small, to fuel your motivation and keep the momentum going strong. Remember, wealth is not just about money. It's about the freedom and security that come from mastering your mindset and habits. Avoid common pitfalls, like getting distracted by get-rich-quick schemes, and focus on sustainable, ethical wealth-building strategies. Share your journey with others. It could inspire them and hold you accountable, creating a network of support for your goals. As you move forward, practice gratitude for what you have while striving for more, balancing contentment with ambition. Hill's wisdom reminds us that persistence is key. Even when obstacles arise, keep pushing, for they are temporary. Imagine waking up each day excited about your financial future, knowing that your actions are shaping a legacy of prosperity. Finally, Take this truth to heart. Think rich, act rich, and become rich. It's within your reach, starting today. As Napoleon Hill said, do not wait. The time will never be just right. So, seize the moment and watch your wealth unfold. Let's begin with a powerful truth. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve, as Napoleon Hill wisely stated in Think and Grow Rich. This isn't just a lofty idea. It's the foundation for building real wealth, where thinking rich becomes the spark that ignites action. But here's the harsh reality many face. You're stuck in a cycle of financial procrastination, dreaming of riches while letting fear and hesitation hold you back. Picture this, you've got access to books, courses, and advice, yet you delay starting that investment or side hustle, whispering to yourself, I'll never be rich anyway. Envy creeps in when you see others succeed, and fear of failure keeps you paralyzed, trapped in a mindset of scarcity rather than abundance. In today's unpredictable economy, waiting for the perfect moment is like chasing a mirage. It never arrives, leaving you in debt or mediocrity. The truth is, wealth demands more than just positive thoughts. It requires you to act on them, transforming your mindset into tangible steps toward financial freedom. So, if you're tired of feeling stuck, know this. The secret to wealth isn't luck or inheritance. It's in your mind and your very next decision. Now, let's dive deeper into why you might be holding yourself back from that decisive action. One major barrier is waiting for motivation to strike, as if inspiration will magically appear before you pursue wealth. You might delay investing in stocks until the market seems just right, only to watch opportunities slip away like sand through your fingers. Napoleon Hill taught us that motivation doesn't precede action, it follows it. So thinking rich means moving forward even when you don't feel ready. Indecision is another thief of wealth, scattering your energy as you endlessly research ideas without ever committing to one. Think about it, you could have a brilliant business concept, but if you keep second guessing, you'll miss out on turning it into a six-figure reality. Hill emphasized definite decisions as the key to riches, warning that hesitation wastes precious time and potential. Financial fears amplify this problem. The dread of losing money in investments or facing criticism if you fail can keep your funds languishing in a safe but stagnant account. Remember Hill's 6 ghosts of fear, especially the fear of poverty, which manifests as excuses like, the economy is too unstable for me to start now. This uncertainty traps you in a loop of inaction, preventing the wealth accumulation that comes from calculated risks. It's time to flip the script and embrace the power of immediate action to break free from these chains. Action is the bridge between thinking rich and becoming rich. Even a small step, like creating a budget today, builds momentum and reinforces your mindset. As you take that first move, you'll notice a feedback loop. Success breeds more motivation, turning your thoughts of abundance into actual growth in your bank account. Hill's principle of definite purpose urges you to make clear financial decisions, such as setting a goal to invest 10% of your income starting now. Don't wait for perfection. Commit to that decision today and watch how it propels you forward. Here's a practical tip. Pause what you're doing and write down one wealth-building step, like signing up for a free financial course. That's your first step in action. By facing your fears head-on, you'll reprogram your mind for abundance, just as Hill advised. Overcoming hesitation starts with confronting financial fears directly, such as investing despite market ups and downs, which diminishes anxiety over time. Each bold move builds confidence, turning what was once paralyzing doubt into a powerful force for wealth creation. And when setbacks occur, like a bad investment, view them as stepping stones. Hill's stories of successful people show that failure is just a teacher on the path to riches. For instance, someone who lost in a startup learned valuable lessons and later built a fortune, proving that persistence turns losses into wins. With fear conquered, focus on building self-discipline, the unsung hero that turns your rich mindset into lasting habits. Discipline isn't about occasional bursts of motivation. It's about consistently saving, networking, and managing your finances like a pro, even on tough days. Treat your money as a business asset, not an afterthought, and you'll see exponential growth over time. Start with simple habits. Recite daily affirmations like "I am worthy of wealth" to rewire your thoughts, or track your expenses to spot opportunities for growth. Dedicate time each day to learning, such as reading a chapter of Think and Grow Rich, and watch how these routines compound into financial success. Now, with discipline in place, crystallize your vision by setting clear, wealth-specific goals that fuel your motivation. A vivid vision of financial freedom, like owning a home outright or traveling the world without worry, gives you direction and sustains your actions. Use Hill's technique. Write your goals in the present tense, such as "I earn $100,000 a year and invest wisely," to make them feel real and achievable. Break those goals into actionable steps, like creating a 1-year plan to pay off debt and build an emergency fund. For example, start with a simple goal. In 6 months, I'll have $5,000 invested, and outline the exact steps to get there, one by one. This clarity turns abstract dreams into a roadmap for wealth, keeping you focused and driven. To inspire you even more, let's look at a real-life example of someone who mastered this approach. Take Warren Buffett, a modern embodiment of Hill's principles. He didn't wait for motivation. He started investing small amounts early in life, despite facing losses and criticism. Through disciplined decisions and persistent action, Buffett turned his rich mindset into a multi-billion-dollar empire, proving that anyone can do the same. His story shows that thinking rich and acting on it leads to exponential wealth, no matter where you start. As you reflect on that, remember, the core message is that wealth is achieved by combining mindset with immediate, decisive steps. Hill advocated that motivation and riches follow action, not the other way around. So don't let hesitation rob you of your potential. Now it's your turn. Take one step today, like setting a financial goal and acting on it right away. Imagine the freedom you'll feel as your wealth begins to unfold, step by step. Start small, but start now. Open that investment account, launch that side hustle, or simply review your budget with fresh eyes. Each action you take reinforces your rich mindset, creating a cycle of success that builds momentum. Remember, as Hill said, procrastination is the enemy of progress. So commit to moving forward today. Envision your future self, wealthy and fulfilled, all because you chose to act on your thoughts. You've got the tools, the knowledge, and now the push. Go out there and make your wealth a reality. Let this be the turning point where thinking rich transforms into becoming rich, one decision at a time. No more excuses, no more delays. Your financial freedom is within reach if you seize it. Build the discipline, face those fears, and watch as opportunities multiply around you. You're not just dreaming of wealth. You're stepping into it with every action you take. Share this mindset with others, inspire your circle, and create a ripple effect of prosperity. As you close this out, hold on to Hill's wisdom. The starting point of all achievement is desire, backed by action. Your desire for wealth is valid, so fuel it with the steps we've discussed. In the end, true riches come to those who think rich and then prove it through their deeds. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Now, go forth and claim the wealth that's waiting for you. Remember, it's not about where you are. It's about where you're headed with purposeful action. Stay persistent, stay disciplined, and let your mindset lead you to abundance. This is the truth about wealth. Think rich, act rich, and become rich. Until next time, keep pushing forward. Your future self will thank you. End of script. Wait, actually, that's it for now. You've got the power to change your story starting today. One last thought. Wealth is a mindset in motion. So keep that energy alive. Farewell, and remember, action is your greatest ally. And there you have it. The path to riches is clear.